And before my screen comes up, I would like to know. This call is now being recorded. Fantastic. I would like to know if you're on the call and you're joining our session for the first time. If this is the first time you're joining a Nebient Analytics session, please type first time in the chat. Look at the chat box, open it up and type first time. If this is the first time you're joining a Nebient Analytics session. Fantastic. I see a number of first times. Now, if you're not joining for the first time, if this is your second or third or fifth, or maybe even the sixth time, please type regular in the chat. If this is not your first time, please type regular in the chat. But if this is your first time, type in first time in the chat. I want to get to know my audience. I want to know the people joining us for the first time and those joining us regularly. So I see a number of first timers on the call. You're welcome. You're welcome to Nebient Analytics. So let's get straight into it. Tonight we want to emancipate some people. All right, we want to liberate some people. We want to have a very serious conversation that would help a specific category of people to make the transition into tech. And who are this category of people? People that are in the teaching industry, the banking industry, and also the admin. All right, so if you currently work as an admin staff member, or you're currently a teacher, or you currently work in the bank, can you give me a thumbs up? If you're on the call and you currently either work as a teacher or as a bank staff or as an administrative worker, please give a thumbs up. Let me know that I have my audience, because I came to this session specifically for you guys. And this is not to say that if you are not in any of this category, this session is not going to benefit you. All right. The session is going to benefit everybody, but particular focus on people that currently work in admin, teaching, and banking. Fantastic. Now that I know that I have my target audience, let's get right into it. Before we start, just a little introduction about myself. My name is Ayobami Yusuf. I currently head training operations here at Nebient Analytics, and I have close to half a decade of experience in the data analytics and IT consulting space. And this just means I've been working in data and IT consulting for about 5 years. All right. And I also I also have experience working as a talent intelligence analyst at a leading consulting firm across Europe. I also have experience working as a data analytics consultant for a UK-based consulting group. All right. And one of the things I do for passion that I'm really, really passionate about is to train and mentor Africans. All right. So I've trained and mentored hundreds of Africans to make the switch into tech. All right. So if you're an African and you are looking to make the switch into tech, I'm hoping that you will be part of the people that I'm going to help make the switch into tech. Now, guys, the fun fact about Ayobami is that Ayobami actually transitioned into tech from banking, teaching, also as admin. All right. And I'm sure you are wondering, how is that even possible? What that simply means is that I have worked in the bank, I've worked as a teacher, and I've also worked as an administrative officer. These were the things I was doing before I transitioned into tech. I wasn't fulfilled in those fields. And when I say fulfillment, as a Nigerian, fulfillment also has to do with financial fulfillment, right? So all of those things were not giving me the kind of fulfillment I want, and I transitioned into tech. And I'm going to be sharing with you practical and actionable steps that I took, that a lot of our students took to transition from these fields into tech. All right. So if you're excited to to learn the things that I did, that other people did to transition into tech? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you're ready to know the things that I did, that other people did, and you also can do to transition into tech. Fantastic. A little about Navient Analytics before we just get right into what we have for tonight. Now, we set up Navient Analytics to answer one question and to solve one particular problem. And what is the problem? The problem is that we noticed that Africans are poorly represented in the global tech space. When you look at multinational companies, for instance, you discover that we do not have enough Africans in those organizations. And we discovered that the reason for that is that Africans actually do not have access to premium tech training. All right, emphasis on premium tech training. This could also mean that Africans do have access to tech training, but the tech training that Africans have access to is not sufficient enough to help them compete in a global landscape. All right, you have a lot of Indians, a lot of Americans, a lot of Pakistani dominating the tech industry. And that's because they over there have access to this premium tech training. But here in Africa, we do not have this access. And a number of us have been privileged to have access to this premium tech training. And we decided, you know what, why don't we make this access to premium tech training widely available to every African, to every talent on the African continent? And that was what gave rise to Navient Analytics. So if you're joining us tonight, congratulations to you, because you have finally found an ed tech platform that not just provides tech training, but provides premium tech training. And as we go on in the session, you would find out what I mean by premium tech training. You'll find the difference between tech training and premium tech training. All right. So if you're ready for our session tonight, if you're ready to discover how to transition from banking, teaching, and admin into tech, can you give me your favorite reaction and we get started right away? I want to see your favorite reaction. Fantastic, fantastic. I see a lot of people are ready. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's get right into it without wasting any of our time, Now, let me share our roadmap tonight. Our roadmap for today, we're going to start by giving you clarity. All right, we're going to start by giving you clarity, and that will help you to understand your pathway into tech from admin, banking, or teaching. So if you're currently in admin, banking, or teaching, or even any other area that is not tech, we're going to provide clarity and give you a clear understanding of a pathway, that is where to get to, the path to follow to go from where you currently work into the tech industry. We're going to provide you with that clarity. And once we are done with that, I'm then going to share how you can start your career with confidence. All right, how you can start your tech career with confidence. And that's only going to be made possible with our extra layered career support. And I'm also going to share some success stories. Now, guys, if you remember, I said that there's a difference between tech training and premium tech training. Now, it is premium tech training that Africans do not have access to in abundance. All right. And this is what makes the difference. So if you're looking for premium tech training, the difference there is the extra layered career support, the employability support that accompanies the tech training. All right. So I'm going to be sharing that with you also, how you can start your career with confidence. And after that, I'm going to be making a very special announcement. So do well to stay till the end of the session for my special announcement. And we're also going to create time for questions and answers. So if you have questions, please stay to the end of the session so that you can ask your questions. And one last information to pass before we get started is that my slides and the recording of this session will be shared with every participant on the call. All right. So if you're on the call and you want access to this slide that I'm currently using, all right, and the recording of this session, all you need to do is look in the chat box. My colleague is sending the attendance form. All you need to do is click on the link and fill the attendance form. Once you fill the attendance form, we are going to use the information there to send you the slides and my recording. Did we get that, guys? If you got that, give me a thumbs up. If you got that, give me a thumbs up. Fantastic. Awesome. So with this said, I think we can get started, right? Guys, what do you think? Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Type yes in the chat if you're ready. Type yes in the chat if you're ready, because I am ready for you guys. I am ready for you guys. Awesome. Now, guys, why tech and why now? Remember, we are looking to transition into tech, and we're trying to help you transition into tech. Question is, why tech and why now? And the answer is very simple. The answer is that tech is the present. I'm sure a lot of us are hearing this for the first time, because what we are used to is that tech is the future. But guys, I am happy to announce to you that that future they have been talking about is finally here. We are full blown into the age of tech, right? So we are currently and presently in the age of tech. So tech is no longer in the future, but tech is now in the present. And that means that for you to follow the tides, for you to move with the tide, you also have to join the moving train. Everybody has come to terms with the fact that tech is the new order of the day. There's no organization now that is not looking to leverage an aspect of tech. It could be AI, it could be data and analytics, it could be machine learning, it could be anything. Every organization now is looking to take advantage of a technological service or a technological advantage. That means you also should not be left out. So why tech? Why now? Because now we are in the age of tech. Another reason why you should start paying attention to tech is the remote job offering that comes with tech. There are some jobs that you cannot do remotely. For example, you cannot be a doctor remotely. It's possible, all right, but you cannot effectively carry out surgery online effectively, all right? But with tech jobs, most tech jobs can be done from the comfort of your home. And that is why tech job is the only job that offers you fully remote abilities, right? So if you're somebody that do not like stress, like me, I don't like stress. All right, I don't like to go through the hustle and bustle of Lagos traffic. I want to stay in my house and still work. Tech is your go-to. All right. Now, another reason why tech is your go-to is because now, because we are in the age of tech, tech professionals are in high demand. All right. Tech professionals are in very, very high demand. All right. So that means that you actually have the opportunity to take advantage of that demand, because people are looking for tech professionals. All you need to do is make yourself available for that demand, and you partake of the cake. It's not even a national cake at this point, it's a global cake, and people are already eating from the global cake. Why do you have to be left out? And that is why you have to get into tech and now is the best time. It's a no-brainer that tech offers you good pay. So the good pay offering of tech is a very solid reason for you to want to get into tech, and also the work-life balance. I can't think of any job that offers you so much work-life balance like a tech-related job, considering the fact that you can do it from the comfort of your homes. All right. You can wake up 5 minutes before your meeting. But if you're not working from home, you have to wake up at least 2 hours before your resumption time. But as a tech professional, you know your resumption time is 9 p.m., 9 a.m. Sorry, you can literally wake up by 8:45. And even as you work, you are making time for your family. That is solid work-life balance, and only tech can guarantee you that. So think of all the things I've listed. There are even enough reasons for you to want to get into tech now. Now, more reasons why tech and why now is that roles like data analyst, data scientist, business analyst, these roles are booming. These roles are booming, and it is not just my word. So don't take my word for it. Actual, there's an actual report, and I've included a link to the report. So when you get my slide, you can click on this link. It will take you to the WAF Future of Jobs report 2025, and you'll find in that report that roles like data analytics, data related roles basically are booming, and they will continually do so until about 2030. So that means that this is the right time for you to take advantage of that boom. Whenever there is a boom, there are going to be first uptakers. All right, there are going to be initial uptakers, and then there are going to be late comers. Late comers are the ones that are going to now have to struggle with the crumbs that are left. But the initial uptakers would have taken advantage of the opportunity. So if I am smart, what I want to do is whenever there is a boom, I want to take advantage of that boom by being part of the initial uptakers. All right. So this is reason for you to want to get into tech now. And the most juicy reason, the most amazing reason why you want to get into tech now is because everyone actually has the opportunity and the propensity to get into tech, regardless of the background. So wherever you're coming from, whatever you're doing, you can get into tech. All right. So guys, start looking into taking advantage of not just the boom, but the high demand of tech. So now that we know that, it's also interesting to know that from admin, banking, and teaching to tech, the transition is already happening. It's not something that, they say, oh, it's possible for you to transition. Now, it's no longer about whether it is possible or not. It is actually happening. Every day, people from this background are transitioning into tech. All right. Real transitionings are happening every day. And guess what? Nebient Analytics have helped a lot of Africans make the transition into tech, including bankers, teachers, and administrative workers. All right. So people are already transitioning into tech from banking, from teaching, from admin. The question is, why not you? Remember, I asked if you're a teacher, give me a thumbs up. If you're a banker, give me a thumbs up. If you're an admin person, give me a thumbs up. And I saw a lot of thumbs up. If other people are making the transition already, ask yourself, why can't I be part of those people that are making the transition? All right. So know for a fact that people are making transitions every day from teaching. And I'm going to share my story a little bit, but my story might not even be as important as the story of the hundreds of Nebient Analytics students that we have helped transition into tech from banking, admin, and teaching. And I'm going to show you some of them. All right. I'm going to show you some of them. The first person on my list is Naomi. Naomi was a person that was speaking before the session started, Naomi was a regular bank staff. You heard her say it. She was a regular bank staff. She was frustrated. She wasn't getting, career satisfaction. She wasn't getting fulfillment until she decided to upskill, until she decided to take her life by her hands, in her hands rather, and do something about her situation. So what that means is that the gap between where you are and where you want to be is actually to be closed by you. The decision is to be made by you. By the time Naomi was frustrated, she didn't know that on the other side is a life of fulfillment that can be achieved when you decide to upskill. So Naomi upskilled, she signed up for our program, she upskilled, and now she's a leading financial business analyst. And in our organization, she was promoted and her salary more than tripled. All right, more than tripled. So that is somebody who came from a regular banking staff into tech in less than 3 months. So that is the story of Naomi. Naomi transitioned. Ask yourself, why can't I be like Naomi? All right. Now, I want us to, we've already heard from Naomi already. We know how, Naomi started her journey and how we helped her. Naomi is not the only person we've helped. Let me share the story of Lebura Olawale. All right. Lebura Olawale previously was a mathematics teacher. All right. And she signed up for our program, and we, took her through some intensive training and some real world experience, project-based experience. And she built this dashboard that you can see on my screen. How many of you can see the dashboard on my screen? If you can see the dashboard on my screen, please give me a thumbs up. If you can see the dashboard that Lebura built. This was Lebura's first dashboard. She built this dashboard and she posted it on LinkedIn. Guys, a mathematics teacher posted this dashboard on LinkedIn, and somebody saw the dashboard and was very impressed and reached out to her in a DM, offering her some gigs about some data analytics. Oh, somebody cannot see. Vania cannot see my screen. Because other people can see my screen, it's most likely due to your network. So you want to maybe switch network, or another thing you can do is maybe leave the call and rejoin immediately. All right. Now, as I was saying, Lebura, built this dashboard, and from posting this dashboard, she got a job. Now, Lebura Olawale, from being a mathematics teacher, now she is a data analyst. What should I tell you? That even as a teacher, you can actually become a tech professional. Now, Lebura is not the only person. We also have Grace Udwak. We have a lot, but time will not permit us to share the success story of everybody. Now, Grace's story is very peculiar because Grace was very frustrated at her job. All right, her job was trying to relegate her. She wasn't getting any career fulfillment. It was a struggle for her, and she knew that for her to get out of that struggle, she needed to do something different. All right, and what did she do? She decided to upskill. She decided to learn a tech skill, which she did. And now I'm happy to announce to you now that Grace is currently an application support analyst for Sparkle Nigeria. All right. Sparkle Nigeria is a fintech app, a fintech company. Now, the Grace of months before that was frustrated at her job, that wasn't getting any career fulfillment, Grace is now working in tech from an administrative bank staff. What should this tell you also? So I'm sharing all of these success stories not to brag about these guys, but to tell you that it is possible. I want you to type in the chat, type "it is possible." And you're going to tell me what is possible. You just type "it is possible." Then I'm going to ask you to tell me what you think is possible. Fantastic. So for all of you that typed it is possible, what have you learned from all the success stories that I've shared? What do you think is possible for you? What you tell me in the chat. It is possible to do what? You tell me. I want to know what is possible for you based on the success stories of these guys that I've shared with you. What is possible to achieve success? It is possible to transition into tech. It is possible to be a great data analyst. Fantastic. Now, I love Samuel's response. Samuel said, it is possible to transition to tech from any background. Absolutely correct. Now, I've shared the story of Udwak. I've shared the story of Lebura. I've shared the story of Naomi. Now, these guys, one thing is common about the three of them. One thing is common. Who can tell me what is common? Now, this is also Eileen. Eileen was an administrative officer, and she got into our training program and she got a job as a marketing analyst, as a junior marketing analyst. All right. And what's even great about Eileen's story is that when she got the job, the company requested that she gets a recommendation letter from our previous employer. All right. And we actually wrote a recommendation letter for Eileen. We'll get to all of that. We'll get to how we support our students. But all of the stories that I've shared, one thing I want you to get from it is that all of these people, before they got their jobs, they probably weren't thinking it was going to be possible until it eventually became possible. They moved from level A to level B because they decided to do something differently. So have you been looking for a change of story? Have you been trying to do something differently with your life? Have you been trying to get into tech? The decision is in your hands. All right. The change you are looking for starts with you making a conscious decision to add value to yourself, to upskill yourself, and before you know it, you would be the one sharing a testimony of how before you were a teacher and now you are a tech professional. Now, I've shared the story of these guys with you. Now, let me tell you a little about myself. As at 2018, 2019, I was working with FCMB. If you know FCMB, First City Monument Bank, right? Wasn't really a serious job. I was a marketer, although they called us business development executive. That was just a fancy way of saying marketer, right? So it was, it was a terrible experience for me. I think my basic salary was about, I think, 45,000 naira. And of course, they will tell you there's commission. But at the end of the day, when you combine commission and basic salary, you're struggling to go home with 100,000 naira in an entire month. And, I have, things to do. I'm a man that wants things. I want stuff. I want good stuff. With less than 100,000 every month, that was not a life to live. But unfortunately, I tried to get into Stanbic Bank as a graduate trainee, and I made a mistake. I resigned from FCMB around 2020 so that I can get into Stanbic. I'd done everything, but guess what? COVID hits, and they altered that recruitment process. And that was how I lost my FCMB job, and I couldn't get into Stanbic IBTC. So I was at that point stranded. What did I do? Instead of staying at home, I got a teaching job. So can you now see my trajectory from banking into teaching now? So I got a teaching job and I was earning 30,000 naira per month. This one, there's no commission. So 30,000 naira per month is the only salary, is not plus commission. Someone coming from less than 100,000 to strictly 30,000 naira every month, it was a struggle. I left there. I became an admin officer, an exam officer for a school. This it was just a crazy trajectory until 2020, late 2020, 2021. I knew that if my life was going to change, if I was going to stop being the guy living from hand to mouth, if I was going to stop being the guy that is always broke, I needed to do something differently. So I'm saying this to encourage some of us here that are currently doing some type of job. Maybe it is teaching, maybe it is banking, maybe it is admin, and you're not getting as fulfilled as you should or as you want to. The truth of the matter is the decision to go from point A to point B would have to be made by you. All right. So I decided, you know what, I was going to do something differently, and I started to upskill. I started to learn. I've been working with Excel at my bank job. I've been working with Excel. I loved working with numbers, and I fell in love with Excel. And that was how I started taking Excel more seriously. In the process of taking Excel more seriously, I then discovered that Excel is actually used for something called data analysis. It was in my trying to explore Excel further that I learned that you can use Excel for something called data analysis. And then that was how I fell in love with data analysis. And that single decision to learn data analysis has literally transformed my life. Not only financially, I've been able to impact more lives, because one thing skill will do to you is once you have skill, you're not only going to use it to make money, you can also use your skill to impact lives. Not only am I making money, I'm also training other people. Now I'm happy that I'm getting to impact people, but at the same time, I'm also making money. All right. So one thing skill will do to you is it will never leave you. Your skill will forever be your cash cow, such that even if you don't get an actual job with it, and this is what I tell my mentees, you don't necessarily have to be hell bent on getting a 9 to 5 job. If you have a skill, if you don't get a job, you can freelance. If you don't freelance, you can organize training sessions with the skill you have. There are boundless opportunities to make money with a skill. All right. So I would suggest that if you're looking to transition away from all of those roles I've mentioned, teaching, banking, admin, your answer is get a skill, get a digital skill. All right. So as we progress in the session, I'm going to share how we can help you to build up that competence. All right. So these are these guys that we have helped. And what do these guys have in common? All right. What do all these different people have in common? And what they have in common is all of them, none of them have a background in tech. None. Grace had no background in tech. Naomi had no background in tech. Ellen had no background in tech. Lebura had no background in tech. Other people like Oluwaseun, he had no background in tech. Other people like Ezekiel, he had no background in tech. Other people like Daniel had no background in tech. But all of them seamlessly transitioned into tech in less than 3 months. And how did they achieve that? With the right support. So if you're going to have a seamless transitioning journey into tech, you need the right support. Did we get that? Or do I need to repeat myself? If you're going to transition seamlessly into tech, you need what? What do you need, guys? Somebody help me in the chat. What do you need if you want to transition seamlessly into tech? What do you need? Apart from the skill, what do you need to succeed seamlessly? Fantastic. You need the right support. And that is what we are all about here at Nebient Analytics, the right support. So, guys, I have good news for you. If you're currently a teacher, you're currently a admin staff, you're currently a banker, you're currently in any of these fields, you already have some skills that is relevant in the tech field. So you're not at any disadvantage at all. As a matter of fact, you're at a very solid advantage if you're coming from admin, if you're coming from teaching, and if you're coming from banking, because those fields has already built up some transferable skills in you. And what do I mean? If you currently work as an admin staff, it means that you're highly organized because you're expected to have organization skills. You are supposed to be highly organized as an admin officer or as an administrative staff member. And chances are that you've also done a little bit of Excel. It might not be advanced. You are using Excel to enter data, to store maybe um, um, uh, detail like login time, or you're using Excel to record your sales data. Chances are that you've been exposed to Excel at some point, at least at a basic level. So you have that skill working for you. Also, as an administrative staff member, you are expected to be detail oriented. And this is a skill that will serve you in the tech space. So if you're already detail oriented, you have little Excel skill, you are highly organized, you already have some of the skills needed to become a data analyst or a data scientist or a business analyst or other tech fields or other tech roles. Let's look at the transferable skills that a teacher has. If you're a teacher, obviously you have strong communication skills. Do you guys agree with me? Do you agree with me? Right? So there's no way you want to be an excellent teacher if your communication skills is not strong, right? So as a tech professional, you need strong communication skills, meaning that your teaching job has already built up that skill in you. Another skill that you have if you're a teacher is logical thinking, right? Because if you want to teach somebody something, you have to teach them from a logical standpoint. Yes or no, guys? Yes or no? Yes or no? Right. So that means, again, you have transferable skills from your current role that will be helpful for you in tech. And if you're a banker, if your current role is in banking, that means you have what is called business acumen. You are business aware. For example, if you're in marketing, you're already thinking of how can we help bank to make more money, because you have targets to reach, right? They've told you by the end of the month you must bring in 30 million. So you're already thinking, how do I expand this business? And that's the skill you need as a data analyst, for instance, as a business analyst, for instance, as a data scientist, for instance. So all of this is to say that if you are currently a teacher, a banker, or an administrative staff member, or maybe even any other role, there are some skills that you have built up in those roles that will help you to become effective tech professionals. So that means if tech is for anybody, it's actually for you guys. If there's anybody that tech is for, if there's anybody that should transition into tech, it's actually people that currently work in banking, currently work in teaching, and currently work in admin. So, guys, for everybody that gave a thumbs up that they work in admin, work in banking, work in teaching, I hope now you're encouraged, more encouraged to pursue a career in tech. And if you need any inspiration, just look at me. I came from 30,000 naira per month teaching job to never going out 7 figures data analyst. While there are some other people that to even make 200,000 naira, they would have to wake up by 4 a.m., have to struggle with Lagos traffic, come back by 11 p.m. Some even come back by 12 a.m. just to make 200,000 naira. This is no shade to anybody. I was even worse than these guys before. So I don't even have the right to even shade anybody. This is no shade. This is just to say that if that life is not the kind of life you are looking to live, what you should be looking at is tech, because tech is the solution to that problem. I can't remember the last time I went out to work. I can't remember the last time I went out to work. Some of my colleagues are on the call. They will tell you that whenever we have meeting, my face is usually very swollen, or maybe I'm wearing cap to cover my rough hair. That's because I probably woke up some 2 minutes before meeting. Only tech can let you have that kind of life, right? So if you are looking to have a more work-life balanced life and still make good money while at it, tech is the answer. So I am stressing all of this to encourage you to be more motivated, all right, to pursue a career in tech. Guys, tell me, am I doing a good job? Am I motivating you enough to want to get into tech? Are you inspired to want to get into tech? Fantastic. So for all of you that are giving reactions, that are saying yes, by the end of the session, what I want to hear is, how can I start? How can I start? How can I start? That is what I want to hear. All right. So let's go forward, guys. Let's move ahead. Let's move ahead. So away from all of those talks, we've done a lot of talk. Let's get into serious business. If you want to get into tech, the first thing you have to do is to build competence in a choosing tech career path. So the first thing you want to do is to choose a tech career path that you want to pursue. Now, it is at this point that a lot of people miss it. And making a mistake at this point will leave an indelible mark in your career life. Now, why am I saying that? Some people some people make these decisions not based off of knowledge, but based off of, oh, my friend is a software engineer. Maybe software engineering will also be good for me. I remember the first time I desired tech. It was when I was living with my friend. He was a networking consultant for Zenith Bank. They do networking, all this making just, and I love the way this guy was living. He want to go to work, he would just wear shirt and jeans. But me, I want to go to work. I was still in the bank then. I want to go to work. My tie will be here in my neck. I won't be able to breathe. Everywhere tight. All for what? For 45,000 naira. Whereas there's this other guy, just his free shirt and jeans and his sneakers, and at the end of the month is coming home with more than 1,000,000 naira. So I desired his life. I wanted his life so badly. So I thought, oh, maybe networking is what I should do. But trust me, I couldn't even survive. So in choosing a tech career path, you make that decision based off of informed decisions. You make that decision as an informed decision, not because you heard that UI UX is sweet. No, it's not about what is sweet. It's about what gets you the result. And the result in this case, if we are being sincere with ourselves, because we are Africans, when I say gets you the result, you know that I'm actually talking about one that you can learn fast and make money from fast. Do you agree with me or not? When I say tech getting you results, I'm talking about making money and learning it fast. If you agree with me, give me a thumbs up. Or maybe you just want to learn tech just for fun. You guys really don't care about money. Exactly. So we know that for us in Africa, the reason really why we want to get into tech is so that we can learn something fast and make money fast. So that means that when you are choosing a career path, you want to be strategic about it. And we have done the strategy for you. Now, we have identified, and not just based off of our head knowledge. If you remember from my initial slides, I shared with you that there's an actual report, the Future of Jobs Report 2025, that highlights some jobs that are in high demand and that are booming. Who can remind me some of those jobs? Who can remind me? Put it in the chat box. Put it in the chat box. The jobs that I said, according to the WEF, World Economic Forum, Future of Jobs reports, there are some jobs that are in high demand and are currently booming and will continually boom until 2030. Fantastic. Data analyst, business analyst, data analytics, fantastic. You guys still remember, fantastic. So that means that if you want to be strategic, guys, which career path will you choose? If you want to be strategic, which career path will you choose? Tell me, which career path will you choose if you want to be strategic based off of that report? Right, fantastic. So that is how to be strategic. You want to choose a career path that is easy to learn, easy to transition into, and can give you good money. And I didn't even need to tell you, based off of the reports that WEF released, we have carefully selected 3 major career paths for you to pursue. And that is data analytics, data science, and business analysis. All right. So if you're looking to get into tech fast and start making money fast, focus your search on these 3 career paths. It has given our students results. Remember, Lebura got a job while on the program. 3 weeks into the program, she got a job. You cannot do that with software engineering. I promise you that. You can screen record what I just said now and take it anywhere. Nobody can learn software engineering for 3 weeks and get a job. Nobody, not even Albert Einstein. I promise you that. Not even Albert Einstein can learn software engineering for 3 weeks and get a job. But there are some areas in tech that in weeks, in months, if you are diligent, if you are, in quotes, desperate, you can actually get a job. If you are serious about what you are really doing, you can get a job in weeks and in months. And these are the career paths that we have carefully chosen for you. So, data analytics, data science, and business analysis. And the reason is very simple. Apart from the reason that we saw from WEF reports about how it is in high demand and how it is booming and all of that, it's also very easy to learn. Data analysis, data science, business analysis are very easy to learn. And you also remember that I mentioned that people that are currently in banking, in admin, and in teaching, they already have some skills that are relevant to this field. What did I call those skills, guys? If you remember, tell me. So I'm sure you're following me. What did I call those skills that you currently have that you can use in these tech fields? What are those skills called? Okay, you are actually highlighting the actual skills. Fantastic. But what's the group name for those skills? Soft skills. Okay, but there's actually a name that we give to it. If you remember, you are very transferable skills. Thank you very much, Esther. So Because you already have some transferable skills, it's very easy for you to pick up these other skills because you already have something that you are using now in your job that is also relevant to business analysis, data analysis, and data science. So that is what makes it very easy to learn. And it's also easy to transition. And it also has great salary projection. So if you're looking for a career path that is easy to learn, easy to transition into, and you have great salary projections. Guys, what skills or what tech path do you think would give you all these three at the same time? Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the chat. Easy to learn, easy to transition, great salary projection. Fantastic, Fumilayo. Fantastic, Jakito. Data analytics, data science, and business analysis. All right, so let's look at these fields. What would you be doing, all right, in these different fields? Just an overview. We'll not flog it too much. As a data analyst, your job would actually be to uncover insights from data, to help businesses track performance, and to drive informed decisions using Excel. All right. Some businesses, when they want to make decision, for instance, oh, should we open a new branch? Some businesses will make that decision based off of edge knowledge, based off of guts. And sometimes their guts can be wrong. You can say, let me open a branch in Abuja, for instance. And you discover that you open the branch and the branch did not pick off. But if you have a data analyst on ground that helps you to make that decision based on data, for instance, they can go ahead to find out businesses like ours, have they been succeeding in Abuja in the past? If the answer is yes, then it is safe for us to open a branch in Abuja. Now, that decision is made based off of data. And the chances of success is now higher because we have made what is called informed decision. So that is basically the job of a data analyst, to uncover insights from data, track performance, and drive informed decisions using tools like Excel, SQL, and Power BI. Guys, at an overview or at a high level, do we understand the job of a data analyst at an high level? At an high level. Fantastic. Now, as a data scientist, what would you be doing? As a data scientist, you would be helping businesses to predict trends, things that would happen in the future. All right. Businesses want to be in a position where they can anticipate future occurrence. All right, where they can anticipate what will likely happen in the future so that they can prepare for it. For instance, if I know that it's going to rain tomorrow, do you think I'm going to spread my salt? That's a very ridiculous example, but that's the only thing coming to my head. I'm sorry. Do you think I'm going to spread my salt outside if I know that it's going to rain tomorrow? I'm not going to do that. Okay, let's go to a business. Let's talk business. If I know that in July, if I know that in July it's going to rain a lot, or there's going to be Harmattan. Yes, Cyrus, I'm going to do that. If I know that in July there's going to be Harmattan and I sell AC, do you think I'm going to go and stock my shop with ACs? Guys, do you think I'm going to stock my shop with AC knowing that it will be cold in July? I am not going to do that. I am not going to do that because if I do that, I'm going to run at a loss. So it is the job of a data scientist to help businesses predict what will happen in the future so that they can prepare for it and not to be able to run at a loss. Guys, do we understand the basic job of a data scientist at a high level? Fantastic, fantastic, beautiful. So data analyst one more time for Cyrus and for probably other people that did not catch it. The data analyst is just to help businesses understand their performance, tell them what is going on with their business. All right, is the data analyst is more like a storyteller, tells the business, oh, this is how you have performed this year. So from January till December, you have made 3 million naira in sales. And that is 1 million naira lower than what you made last year. That means that you are performing worse this year than last year. Do you understand, Cyrus? Fantastic. So data analysts just uncover insights from data. And what does a business analyst, what does a business analyst do? A business analyst serves as a bridge between the technical side of things and the business side of things. As a business, you have the technical aspect of your business, and you also have the business side of your business. You want to make money. That's the business side. How do you make money? You need to build product. That's the technical side. There needs to be somebody that understands both sides so that they are able to help you achieve your objective of making money. All right. So the business analyst is the professional that knows what it takes for a business to make money by leveraging the technical side. Do we understand, guys? Do we understand? Fantastic. So that is just the job of a business analyst. So data analyst, data scientist, business analyst, from the simple description that I've given so far, guys, one thing that is clear, guys, one thing that is clear from everything I've said so far is that these things are not so difficult to understand how they work. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me, guys? Exactly. Right. So that means that I was right when I said that you already have some transferable skills that is relevant to tech. Now, guys, do you agree with me now? Fantastic. Because you understood this in a breeze, that means that you can relate to it. And that is even more reason why tech is for you. And I will say this one more time. I have said it before. If there's anybody in the world that tech is for, it's actually for you. If anybody can transition into tech, there's no reason that you will not or should not be able to transition into tech. Are we on the same page, guys? Do we understand? Do we understand? Do we understand? Fantastic. So let's move ahead. I want to ask you, based on the description I've given so far, I want you to type in the chat. Data analyst, data scientist, business analyst. Based on my description, which one resonates with you? Which one would you choose if you had to choose a career path today? Put it in the chat. I want to see it in the chat. I want to see it in the chat. Okay. Data analyst. Data analyst is winning. Okay, we have data scientist coming second. Samuel wants all. Okay, I see you, Oliver Twist. I see you. I see you. I see you. Awesome, 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 awesome. So we seem to have a lot of data scientists on the call. We seem to have a lot of data analyst enthusiasts. We have another Oliver. Temitope, I see you. I see you. Fantastic, guys. So, guys, bear this in mind. So as you're typing, oh, data analyst, data scientist, business analyst, don't just type. Make a conscious effort. Tell yourself, it is time for me to leave what I'm currently doing. it is time for me to do better, because you can actually do better. Remember, I was also a teacher. I didn't know that life on the other hand was this sweet, where I don't have to go out. In fact, fun fact, one beautiful thing I love about tech, this is my own personal sentiment, is the fact that you can do multiple jobs at the same time. Multiple jobs. You can work 3 jobs at the same. There was a time in my life that I was working 3 actual 9 to 5 job and an Upwork. It's actually on Fiverr and a Fiverr gig. So I was working for 4 organizations. One, formal employment, that they gave me employment letter for 3 organizations, and I also have a gig running on Fiverr. Because there's a flexibility, you can choose to work in the midnight for your Fiverr client. You can choose for your second job, complete your task in the midnight before you wake up. The opportunities are limitless. So that means you see that solution, that answer that you've been looking for, that financial improvement that you've been looking for. The decision is in your hand. So now that you have identified the career path that you want to pursue, the next thing you want to do is to learn a skill. Learn that skill. Learn the skill required for you to be able to thrive in that career. And I'm going to walk you through very quickly the skills and the tools you will need to learn. So for those of you that chose data analytics, this is for you. Listen up. For data analytics professionals, what you want to do is to start by learning the introduction to data analytics. And this is how we actually structure our program. And this is exactly why our students are getting jobs, because this framework works. Not a lot of people adopt this framework. Some people will just start by learning the tools. Oh, I want to become a data analyst. Oh, all I need to learn is actually Excel. Let me just learn the tools and I'm good. No, you are going to be shooting yourself in the leg. You might learn the tools, you might succeed, but you just end up a tool user, not an outstanding data analyst. If you want to become an outstanding data analyst, you need to start from the basics. All right, start from the ground up. That is how you build competence. So start by learning what is data. What do you even mean by data? When you say data analytics, what does it even mean? What does data mean? After you know what data means, know what analytics mean. What's the difference between analytics, analysis, and all of those nuances? So have a firm understanding of the introduction to data analytics. And once you're done with that, now you can start learning the tools, because now you know the operation. You can now start learning the tools to carry out the operations. Guys, are we following? Are we following, guys? Are we following? Fantastic. I mean, think of a doctor that wants to learn how to perform surgery, does not understand the human anatomy, does not understand where the left ventricle is, where where the intestine is. He only went to learn how to use a scalpel, how to use all of those tools. And then he has excellent knowledge of the tools. It's now time to work on the actual body. He doesn't know what to do. All right. So this is to tell you guys, please, if you're looking to get started as a data analyst, make sure you are grounded in the foundations first, right? And we don't joke with that here at Navient Analytics. That is why our program, our data analytics program, is structured like this. We first of all take you through introduction to data analytics, and then we will teach you the tools. And what are the tools? You can see them on my screen. Excel, you learn Excel, you learn SQL, you learn Power BI, you learn Tableau, you learn Looker Studio, and then you learn Chat GPT. Why is it important to learn Chat GPT? Because we are in the age of AI. We are in the age of AI, and you cannot joke with the moving trend. We don't joke with the moving trend, because once you get outdated, you are going to be outputted. fact. If you get outdated, you get outputted, right? And we don't want you to get outputted, right? So you also have to be vast with the current trend in the tech space. All right, so that is what you need as a data analyst. For data scientists, for those of you, please give me a thumbs up again, data scientists. I want to see that I have data scientists. For those of you that want to become data scientists, fantastic. So this one is for you guys. If you want to become a data scientist, you also need to start from where? You guessed it right. The basics. Again, don't ever joke with the basics. Start with the basics. Start with introduction to data science. Start with understanding statistics. Understand predictive analytics. And once you have learned all of that, now you can start learning the tool. So don't ever jump to the tool. We don't joke with that here at Nebient Analytics. We won't start with the tool with you guys because we are not just trying to graduate a bunch of professionals that are going to spend 10 years looking for jobs. No, we want professionals that are going to be able to get job in months. All right, so we don't joke with the basics. So once you've learned introduction to data science, you've learned predictive analytics, you've learned statistics for data science, you've learned how to do exploratory data analysis, then you can now start learning the tools. And what are the tools? Learn Excel, very important. Once you're done learning Excel, learn SQL. Learn SQL, learn Tableau, learn Python, learn GitHub, and learn ChatGPT. And I'm sure you already know why you have to learn ChatGPT. Now, somebody asked me to go through the tools again. Don't worry, I am going to send my slide to you guys. All right, you're going to have access to my slides and also the recording of this session. All you need to do to get access to this slide that I'm using and the recording of this session is just to fill the attendance form. Did we get that, guys? Did we get that? Fantastic. All right. So that is for data science. That is for data science. Now let's look at business analysts. Guys, my business analysis guys, if you are here, please give me a thumbs up. Yeah. My business analysis guys, give me a thumbs up. Didn't think I'd make it through that night. Apologies. Fantastic. So guys, for business analysis, guys, for business analysis, again, you can guess because this is Nebient Analytics. You already know that we will never joke with the words. Guys, we will never joke with the words. Put it in the chat. I want to see if you're already familiar with how we are going to train you here. If you do decide, join us. What don't we joke with here? We don't joke with the basics, all right? Because if you are not grounded in the foundation, you are only just going to be a tool user. You are going to be a fantastic tool user. You are not going to be an outstanding professional. And we are not raising tool users. We are raising outstanding professionals. Somebody asking, how do you get the form? The form will be shared one more time. Just look out for the chat box. The attendance form will be shared. So please just fill the attendance form and then you get access to my slides and the recording. All right. So again, introduction to business analysis is what we usually start with for our business analysis program. And once we've grounded you in the introduction to business analysis, we will then take you through some concepts like software development life cycle, gap analysis, process mapping, agile methodology, how to document a product requirement document. And once you're done with all of those specific business analysis related concepts, we will now start teaching you the tools that you need to succeed as a business analyst. And what are the tools? You need Excel, you need SQL, you need Power BI, you need Miro, you need Jira, you need Azure, you need Draw.io, and then you need Chat GPT. You already know how we do here. You also need to hop on the moving train. And that's why I would also teach you how to use ChatGPT as a business analyst. So my business analysis guys, do you understand? Do you understand the business analysis program? Fantastic, fantastic. Right. So now, once you have learned the skills, once you do all of these things that I've taken you through, what you have done is that you have learned the skill to become any of these roles that I've mentioned. But you don't just stop at learning skills. And this is again the second error that people make. The second error that people make. People assume that once I am done learning a skill, I am qualified to land a job. But that is not true. All right? Because, and the reason for that is if you go online, you will discover that there are a lot of people who have learned skills, but have not gotten jobs. Why? Because organizations are not looking for people with skills. You might want to write that down to remind yourself every day, because the misconception out there is that organizations are looking for people with skills. Wrong. Organizations are not looking for people with skills. Organizations are looking for people who have solutions to their problems. Do you want me to take that again, guys? Do you want me to take it again? I will. Organizations are not looking for people with skills. Organizations are looking for people who have solution to their problem. Did you catch that, guys? Did you catch it? Did you catch it? And how will an organization know that you have solution to their problem? It is when you can show them. When you can show, guys, I did not say or tell. Where you can show them that the problem they have, you have solved it before. All right? When you can show them that the problem that they currently have, you have solved it before. And the only way you can do that is to work on real world projects. That convinces people more. Solutions convinces people more than skill. Skill is in your head. Solution is visible. People will say, oh, this person is intelligent. There's no way, no matter how psychic you are, that you just see somebody standing beside the road and just based off of their looks, be able to say, oh, this person looks intelligent. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Right? So the same way, organizations cannot just assume that truly you have skill. Skill is non-tangible. What is tangible is evidence of what you have worked on in the past. And that is why organizations prioritize real-world projects over claim of skills, right? So the second thing you want to do once you're done building this skill is to validate the skill by working on real-world projects and then put all of the projects together in what is called a project portfolio. So if you have like 10 projects that you've worked on, put them together, bundle them up in what is called a project portfolio. And then you also want to showcase yourself as somebody who is, who is thoughtful in their area, somebody who is an authority in their tech field. And how do you do that? You share your thoughts on LinkedIn. So talk about what you do. Don't just be eating. All right. You don't turn on lights and you go and hide it. If you need lights to be useful, it has to be seen. It has to be in the open. So if you want recruiters to see you as somebody who has value, you need to showcase yourself as such by sharing your thoughts on LinkedIn. So I have shared 3 simple acts if you're looking to transition. Number 1, build a skill. First of all, start by identifying a career path that you want to pursue and then build a skill in that career path. Once you're done, work on real world projects because that will serve as your social proof that truly you are skilled. And the third one is you want to share your thoughts on LinkedIn so that you showcase yourself to potential recruiters as somebody who is knowledgeable in your field of expertise. Guys, did we get the 3 acts that I've shared tonight? Did we get the 3 acts that I've shared? If you get it, please give a thumbs up. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. There's no way you will do all these 3 and your chances of getting a job is not significantly improved. Now, I carefully selected that word significantly improved. If you pay attention, I did not say that if you do all these 3, you are guaranteed a job, because there's still a special sauce that is missing. There are people who do all these 3 things. They have skill. They have identified a career path they want to, pursue. They've built up skills in that area. They have projects to their name, and then they share their thoughts on LinkedIn, but they still do not have a job. Something might be missing, and I'm going to share that with you. But these 3 ones that I've shared are solid enough reasons to land jobs. And this is what someone like Naomi did. Naomi kept posting on LinkedIn like it was all or nothing, like her life depends on it. There was no day in that period that Naomi does not post. And what that does is it showcases her as a thought leader in the business analysis field. And businesses will want to associate themselves, right? Businesses will want to associate themselves with that kind of professional. So it always works. It works like magic. Share your thought on LinkedIn. Have portfolios. And it is a mandatory, a mandatory activity here at Nebient Analytics. You must have a portfolio the instance you become a student of Nebient Analytics. As a matter of fact, we will help you create that portfolio. We have resources that will help you create that portfolio. All right. Sorry, Eneze, you might want to check an activity going on. Hi, Eneze, please. There's a YouTube activity going on. You might want to please disable that. All right. Guys, can you still hear me? If you can hear me, please give me a thumbs up. If you can still hear me, give me a thumbs up. Fantastic. So, guys, this is what you want to do. You can see a lot of our students' portfolio. When I share this link with you, go through all of this portfolio and see the fantastic stuff that our students are building. All right. So we've talked about building a skill. We've talked about having projects. We've talked about sharing your thoughts on LinkedIn, but that is not enough. Might be enough, but to give you a surefire, a foolproof support that will definitely get you the job. Part of our training program here at Nebient Analytics also includes what we'll call the Nebiant extra layered employability support. Now, you see this layer is what makes the difference between wanting to be in tech and actually getting job in tech. And this is the missing link for most people. This is the missing link for most people. And we have realized that, and we have implemented it as part of our training program here at Nebiant Analytics. We also offer an extra layered employability support. What does this mean? It means that not only are we training you to be skilled, we are also going to support you for you to have some level of employability. So you're not only skilled, by the time you are done, you are also employable. Why? Because our training is focused on you landing that tech job. So what do we do differently that guarantees our students getting job? All right. Some of the things that we do is we guide and mentor our students. Now, some of us have vast experience. Civil and okay, I'll get to that. I'll wrap this up very quickly so that we can take some questions. Now, we guide and mentor our students, and that is because there are some things that you can do wrongly in the tech space that might actually impact your chance of landing a job. We have made those mistakes. Our COO currently, Mohammed, has about 10 years of experience in tech. I have about 5 years of experience. My other colleagues have multiple years of experience. We put all of those experiences together and we use that to guide and mentor our students so that they don't make the mistakes that we made. All right. Now, apart from that, we also have what is called CV assessment and job matching. All right. We will never allow you to apply to a job that does not match your CV, or will never allow you to use a CV for a job application that does not directly match the job you're applying to. One of the reasons why people don't even get called for interview is they just use generic CVs. If you want to increase your chances of getting called and also landing a job, your CV needs to be in a right state. And that is one of the things that we do for our students that helps them get jobs. And apart from that, you remember that I said you have to share your thoughts on LinkedIn, but your LinkedIn profile has to be in a particular state. It has to be revamped. It has to reflect the quality of your professionalism, right? And we will do that for you. So these are all the extra layer support that we give to our students that guarantees them the job. Now, apart from that, we also set up Upwork profile for our students in case you don't want to work 9 to 5. If you remember, I said that if you have a skill, you can literally do a lot of things. You can make money in a lot of ways with that one skill. The same data analysis skills that I have, I'm using it to work in consulting. I'm using it to work in education. I teach people. So I'm making money from education. I'm making money from consulting. I'm also making money from freelancing. Just this one skill that I learned once, I'm using the same skill to make money from different channels. And the same thing can be you. So in case you don't want to work 9 to 5, or you want to work 9 to 5 and still want to freelance, we'll help you create an Upwork profile so that you can make money both from 9 to 5 and also as a freelancer. All right. And also, one other thing we do to help our students is we offer them lifetime interview preparation. So you have a job interview coming up, you can reach out to us. We will prepare you for that interview. All right. We're going to prepare you for that interview to increase your chance of acing the interview and landing the job. Also, you have lifetime access to the Nebians team, meaning that even when you get the job and you still need our support, we are always there for you. So not only are we interested in helping you get the job, we are also interested in supporting you to succeed at the job. So these are the extra layered career support that we offer our students. And now you know why our students have been getting job. It's not like we are doing magic. What we are just doing differently for our students is this extra layered career support, right? And to you will think that is all that we do. No. To ensure that our students actually have a chance of landing a job, our program is structured such that you can use Nebient Analytics in your CV, because we know that there are some organizations that are actually very key on experience. Some organizations, no matter how skillful you are, they might not hire you if you don't have experience, even if it is an internship experience. We know that, and that's why we've also included an internship experience into our training program. All right. So if you look at the CV of any Nebient Analytics student, you will see on their CV that they are an associate here at Nebient Analytics. And that explains why, if you need recommendation letter, we will be more than happy to give you the recommendation letter. So all of this package is why our students get job, and is why, if you take advantage of this package, you also can land your next job in a matter of months. Whether you're a teacher, whether you're a banker, whether you're a farmer, regardless of whatever you currently do, tech is not above you. Tech is not something that is far from your reach. All right. You only need to make a decision to turn things around, to do things differently. So my question now is this, guys. My question is this. Having seen all the testimonials that we've shared about our students who, from their banking, their teaching, whatever role they came from, they were able to transition into tech. We have other ones. This is Magdalene Boateng from Ghana. We have Beatrice, who is currently in the US. We have Inwaneka. We have a lot of them. We have tons and tons of testimony. In fact, we have compiled all the testimonials in a playlist. You can go and listen to all of those testimonials. We have a lot of students that we've helped. Now, my question now will be this. Is it testimonial you want to keep listening to? Or you want to hear how you can take advantage of what we are offering, so that you can also be the next person sharing testimonial? So more testimonials, or you want to hear how to join our next class? I'm going to leave that to you guys. So which one do you want? Do you want me to keep on going about testimonials, or you want to hear about how you can get into tech by taking advantage of our training program? So guys, tell me in the chat, which one do you want us to do next? Testimonials or how to get into class? Testimonials or how to get into class? If I have more testimonials, I'll keep sharing testimonials, and trust me, we can be here till tomorrow. I'll keep sharing testimonials because there are a lot of them. But apparently you guys want to hear how to get into class, and it's very simple. Very simple. Our next class is starting on the 5th of July. All right. Our next class is starting on the 5th of July, and you can join that class on the 5th of July. Remember, our training program is a 3-month training program. Let me share that with you. It's a 3-month training program. All right. 3 months intensive training. And after that 3 months training, there is a 1 month internship, meaning that the training program is the entire program is for 4 months, 3 months for training, and after the training, you have 1 month of internship. And our classes are flexible. It allows you to do what you're currently doing while you are building skills to get into tech. That was the same thing I was doing. I remember when I was teaching, whenever I have free period, I would get into the library or get into the computer room and start learning. But you don't have to go through all of that stress. Our training program is very flexible because we want you to keep doing what you're doing, but build up skills to be able to transition fully into tech. So our classes hold on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. All right, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Saturday. The same way we are in this session like this, you're going to be in a live session with your facilitators. They are going to walk you through the project for the day, right? So every Saturday class, you are actually working on real world problem. And that is why you can actually put it in your CV that you are working at Nebient Analytics, all right? Because you're not just learning theory alone. You are learning and you are solving real world problem. All right. And every Sundays, we release a set of self-paced videos that we call DID videos. So you have those videos to watch from Monday till Saturday, from Monday till Friday evening. So everything you've learned from the videos, you come on Saturday and you and your facilitators or your teachers are going to work together to use that knowledge to solve a problem and build a project based off of that problem. So that is how your classes go. And Tuesday evenings, in case you have any difficulty, some questions, maybe you were watching some videos, some things were not clear, you have a session on Tuesdays where you come in. We call those sessions support sessions. In fact, we call them technical support sessions. It's a 1 hour session after work from 9 to 10. You get to ask any question. Everything you need clarity on, they are going to be provided to you in that session, right? And that's our Tuesday evening session. But that is not all. Remember, we are not just training you on the technical aspect alone. We are also guiding you on the non-technical aspect, what we call the employability aspect. We are building you up skillfully, but we are also building you up employability wise. So our Thursday evening sessions is where we take care of the employability aspect of things. So we bring you together in a session called mentorship session. So you get to meet with mentors. And in these sessions, we bring renowned professionals, people that have achieved success in their field. They get to share their experience with you. They get to guide you. They get to mentor you. What are the things that you should do? What are the things that you should not do to be outstanding, to be, proficient? Things that they've learned from their mistakes, from their successes. You learn from people that have been there and done that, renowned professionals from across the globe. All right, we're not just bringing professionals from that work in Nigeria alone. People that have worked across the globe. All right, so you get to learn a lot, and before you are done, in fact, you have built up a lot of competencies such that you are not even the one looking for job, because you've been posting on LinkedIn. Recruiters are looking for you. So this is how we have packaged our program to ensure that our students are well positioned, and this explains the kind of success that we've achieved with our students. So this is how our programs are structured, right? So if you want to join our program, guys, if you want to join our program, a new cohort is starting on the 5th of July. That is literally next weekend. Yeah, I think next weekend. Let me check my calendar. I think that is next weekend, the 5th of July. Yes, next week, Saturday. Next week, Saturday. So a new cohort is starting next week, Saturday. Now, for people that will decide this night to join that program, all right, because this tonight's session is actually dedicated. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Now, this that I'm about to say, for people that are not teachers, bankers, and admin staff, hold on for me. But I want to give special consideration for people that are currently teachers, bankers, and admin staff members, because I have been there. So I can relate with these people more. I want to help this set of people get out of that field because I wasn't satisfied in that field. All right. I want to personally mentor this set of people. So and I only have room for 10 people. So for the first 10 people to register for the program or to secure their seats for the program tonight, you get automatic access to my private campaign. I'm running a campaign this month and next month that I called Solid Dashboard Arc. Let me explain what this campaign is about. We are going to be building enterprise level dashboards. What do I mean? Dashboards that businesses actually build. The kind of dashboard that I build for my organizations. All right. So I call it Solid Dashboard Arc. So from now, you are going to be trained on how to build enterprise scale dashboard. And that is outside of what you are building in class. This one is going to be just you and I privately. You're going to have your class. You're going to build your projects in class. But you and I are also going to have our Solid Dashboard Arc campaign together, where I get to train and mentor the first 10 people to indicate interest tonight on how to think about designs, where to get design inspirations, how to build dashboards that are not just impactful but are aesthetically pleasing. Even if I do say so myself, I've been giving a lot of feedback in my previous job, in my current job, how that my dashboards are always effective and aesthetically pleasing. So I want to give back to some set of people tonight. So if you are part of the first 10 people, I can only manage 10 people. I don't want more than 10 people, because if I take more than 10 people, I might not be able to manage that. So I'm only looking for the first 10 people that are going to register for our training program, and those people automatically get access to my private Solid Dashboard Arc campaign. Did we get that before I move forward, guys? Did we get that? Give me a thumbs up if we got that, guys. All right, fantastic, fantastic. So how do you get into the program? The registration fee for the training fee, rather, forgive me, the training fee for all our programs is 250,000 for 4 months, right? It's a 4-month program plus 1 month internship. If you remember, if you recall, so 3 months training, 1 month internship. The training fee is 250,000 naira. If you're doing data science, 250,000, data analytics, 250,000, business analysis, 250,000. All right. So that is the training fee. All right. That is the training fee. But guess what, guys? Guess what? We know that not everybody on the call, I acknowledge that not everybody on the call can actually raise 250,000 right here and right now to start. And a lot of people might be very interested in starting their tech journey, because they want to leave banking, they want to leave teaching, they want to leave admin, they want to get into the soft life side of things. We want to facilitate that, all right? We want to facilitate that. We want to help you. And to help you, we are making available 3 installment plan. All right. So what this means is you can pay for the training program in 3 installments. The first installment of 85,000, second installment of 85,000, and third installment of 80,000. What does that mean? Before you start with the program, pay a first installment of 85,000. All right. Once you pay the first installment, you will automatically be enrolled in the program, meaning that you will start the program. Now, after you've paid the first installment and you've started the program, 1 month after you've started the program, that means the end of the first month, you pay your second installment. All of this just to make it very easy. You pay your second installment. Now, 1 month after the second installment, meaning 2 months after you've started your program, then you then pay your third installment. So that way it becomes very easy for you to manage the payments. It's not difficult. And at the same time, you can still sponsor your dream, your ambition to get into tech. All right. So this is the installment plan that we have made available for you guys. All right. So if you want to make payments, you can make a direct transfer to the account details that you have on your screen. And once you do that, the numbers on your screen, you can reach out to them, send a payment proof, and we will enroll you into the program. It's very easy. All you need to do is the first installment alone, and that grants you access into the program. And for the first 10 people that I confirm to have registered for the program, those first 10 people get access to my private solid dashboard arc campaign, where I'm going to be walking you through how to build enterprise level dashboards that will get the attention of recruiters. My first ever job, I did not apply to it. A recruiter saw one of the dashboards I built in my portfolio, reached out to me, gave me the job. My second job, the same thing. My third job, the same thing, right? So portfolios can literally unlock opportunities for you, but the kind of projects you have in your portfolio would also determine. So what I want to achieve with this solid dashboard campaign is to ensure that from day one, you are already in the eyes, in the radar of recruiters. You've already started building projects that can attract recruiters. So that's what I want to achieve, to help people transition fast. It took me a lot of time. I don't want that to be you. Our students are getting job in weeks, in months, and I want that to be you. So guys, if you're taking advantage of that, please let me know in the chat. If you're making payments, if you have made payments, please let me know so that I can enroll you into the program and also grant you automatic access to my private campaign for this month. So this is where we are going to draw the curtain for tonight. If you're making payments, please do that fast. I would like to take some questions. I would like to take some questions tonight. So if you have questions for me, please raise your hand. If you have questions for me, if you need support in making payments, please let me know. Whatever it is, just raise your hand. I'll call you up. You can ask, and then we'll get right into it. Yes, somebody raised their hand. I'm not sure who that is. If you're raising your hand, please let me know. If you're raising your hand, please let me know. Or you can put your question in the chat. Okay, Adebayo is making payments. Adebayo is making payments. So as soon as you're done making payments, please send us a proof of payment. So now, guys, I I saw a question now in the chat box, and that also would make me, maybe we don't like to do this, but what we can also do is this. Now, so you cannot raise the entire initial deposit. You cannot raise the entire first installment of 85,000. You can actually secure your seats for the program with 30,000 naira. All right. You can use 30,000 naira to lock down your seat for the program. And what that means is that you, number one, automatically qualify for my private campaign, all right, where you and I privately, apart from, you're still going to get the whole class experience, but as an addition to that, you're going to have your private experience with me, where I'm going to be taking you through a solid dashboard that you can start showcasing even before you get into the program. All right. So you can secure your slot, or you can secure your seat with 30,000. So you can pay part of the first installment tonight, and then before the program starts, you can complete the first installment, meaning that you can secure your seats so that you take advantage of the extra offering that I'm giving to you. Secure it tonight, and then you can then use the remaining time to complete the first installment before the program starts. All right. Yes, the live classes are always recorded. So if you're not available on Saturdays, all our sessions are recorded and you have access to your instructors. So you were not in class. After you have watched the recording, there are some things that you don't understand that if you were in class, you would have asked a question. You can reach out to your facilitator in their private DMs. We are always available, and we will jump on a call together with you to treat whatever question you have. I hope that answers your question, Deborah. All right, fantastic. So, Deborah, are you signing up for the program? Okay, she didn't do. I was asking if the payment it's only for those that falls into the category you mentioned. No, it is not. No. So for the payments now, everybody. So I'm saying that if I have, if 10 people that are teachers register first, I'm going to consider them. But if we don't have teachers registering, don't have bankers registering, if we don't have admin registering, definitely any other person that registers tonight automatically gets access into my private campaign. So everybody, not just teachers. I'm just saying that, for example, if we have 10 people that are registered now, and all of them are teachers, bankers, and admin, and the 11th person is not a banker teacher, I will consider the bankers and teachers and admin people first, right? But if we have someone that has registered before them, definitely, of course, there's no way I would say that person will not get into my private campaign. So please, if you want to register tonight, please go ahead, regardless of what you currently do. All right, regardless of what you currently do. So I'm waiting for Adebayo. I'm waiting for Adebayo. Okay, so I'm not sure. Okay, let me just call you Adebayo. All right, Adebayo, you wanted to make payments, so I'm waiting for you. Now, Blossom says, if I'm unable to make payments now, when is the next class so I can prepare for it? Okay, I would answer that. I'll allow Chooks Edward to unmute. So Chooks Edward, kindly unmute and ask your question. Chooks Edward, kindly unmute and ask your question. While I'm waiting for Adebayo to confirm payment. Adebayo, once your payment is confirmed, just let me know. Okay, I thought Chooks raised his hand. All right, so any other question for me, guys? Any other question for me? Guys, you would not know what is on the other side until you take a step towards the other side. That life of ease that you want to live is totally dependent on you. You are the one that will make the difference. The opportunity will not come and jump on your lap, right? The opportunity will not jump on your lap, right? So you want to take advantage of this opportunity that you have right now. Oh, Blossom, what is the question? Okay, yes, Blossom. So we have quotes starting every month. All right, we have quotes starting every month. So meaning that a quote will start by August. All right, but it's very possible that you come by August and you hear that our price is no longer 250,000. It is very possible. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, and I'm also not saying that it's not going to happen. You know, the situation of the country, inflationary trends, very unpredictable, right? So what you want to do if you want to start at a later month is to secure your seat in the program first. And what that will do for you is that if you have secured your seat in the program with, say, 30,000 naira initial deposit, if you now come back anytime and the price has changed, it then does not affect you, because when you secured your seat for the program, the price was still at 250,000. So, and this is for every other person looking to start at a future date. A wise thing to do would be to secure your slot now, and then you can then go and look for the rest for when you are ready to start, so that any price change or any policy change will not affect you, because the price at when you secured your seat is the price that will be applicable to you anytime you come back. Do you understand, Blossom? All right, fantastic. So, Blossom, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? I want to support you. What do you want to do? Do you want to secure your seat with 30,000 naira now, and then when you are ready, you can then balance up so that any inflation will not affect you or any policy change will not affect you? So tell me. And I don't know if Adebayo is still on the call. Adebayo, I'm still waiting for Adebayo. Okay, do you have the accounts? First, do you have the account details? Have you copied the account details? Okay, all right, all right. So guys, any other question? This is time for you to ask me any question that you might have. This is the time to ask me any question that you might have. If you have any question for me, is the fee non-refundable? What do you mean by non-refundable? Do you mean when you're done with the program, we refund you? So do you want to shed more light on what you mean by non-refundable? Do you mean after you've started the program, you then still want us to refund you? You know, I just want to get a sense of what you mean by non-refundable so that I know the right answer to give to you. So I will be waiting for your follow-up. For okay, I paid and I'm due when Oh, so yes, it is actually refundable if for some reason you are unable to start the program. Absolutely refundable. Absolutely refundable. So I thought you meant, oh, you're done with the program, you still want us to refund you. I mean, right? So if for some reason you're unable to start the program, absolutely refundable. Um, Chikezi, yes, you can pay from now till before the 5th. But don't forget that you might no longer have access to that my offering. If you are cool with that, that is fine. You can actually pay anytime before the program starts on the 5th of July. But I was hoping that you guys will take advantage of my private um, dashboarding campaign where I walk you through how to build solid dashboards that you can start putting in the faces of recruiters so that that increases your chances of getting a job. Because I would want to believe that you want to learn tech to get a job, right? So you want to be strategic. When you see opportunities like this, it is best to take advantage of them because you might not get them all the time. All right. Throw more light on data science. So data science basically is a field that helps businesses predict possible future outcomes. All right. And in doing so, they write programs, they write code that you know leverages data, historical data. It's just like let me give you a very solid example. So you have a colleague at work. On Monday, the colleague wore a red shirt. On Tuesday, the colleague wore a red shirt. On Wednesday, the colleague wore a white shirt. Thursday, the colleague wore a red shirt. Friday, the colleague wore a red shirt. Between red and white, on Monday, which color of shirt is the colleague likely to wear? And that's the person that asked me to shed more light. I want you to answer that question. CJ, on Monday, Tuesday, he wore red. He wore white only on Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, he wore red again. Now on Monday, which color is the colleague more likely to wear on Monday? CJ, that question is to you. Okay, do you want to walk me through CJ, I want you to walk me through why you think it is white. What's your reason? Did you decide based off of guess? And that would also lead us to something very, 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 very important. Somebody is asking, why can't the dashboard be privileged to every student participant of the course? Now, the dashboard is an extra. So this is me. I'm running a personal campaign. All right. I'm running a personal campaign and I want some people to take advantage of the personal campaign. All right. So it's in classes as a participant, you're going to build fantastic dashboards. All right. You're going to build fantastic dashboards. But to add to what you'll be building in class is what I'm giving you access to. I hope you understand now. All right. So let me see. I think he wears red 2 days and wear white the next day. Okay, that's actually a very valid reason. I like this. I like this line of thought. So that means you were able to predict a pattern, right, CJ? You were able to predict a pattern, right? Exactly. So that is what data scientists do actually. So they predict pattern, they predict trend. So based on what somebody has been doing in the past, we can then say, because this person has been doing this thing in the past like this, is likely that this person will do something like that in the future. So data sciences basically predict trend. All right, they predict trend. Do you understand now? All right, so guys, you're welcome. So I'm still waiting for people that are taking advantage of the program. If you're registering, please let me know. Adebayo, I've still not gotten a feedback from you. I want to enroll you this night. Do you need help? Are you finding it challenging? Do you need any help from us to, support you? All right, so I'm not getting, you've done the payment. Okay, do you want to share? Let me send my number to you. Please send me the proof of payment so that I can enroll you. All right. Please, Adebayo, confirm that you can see my number. Just give me a thumbs up if you can see my number in the chat. Just give me a thumbs up. Hello, Adebayo. Okay. All right. So I'll be waiting for your message. Please just send me a message. Also, if you're making payment or you want to reach out to me concerning payments, or maybe you have specific questions regarding payments and how to take advantage of what I mentioned tonight, you can also reach out to me via WhatsApp. I have pasted my number. Let me do that one more time. 070 6578 2532. The name is Ayobami Yusuf. Just copy, or you can type it out. I'm not sure you'll be able to copy on Google Meet, but you can type it out. One more time: 070 6578 2532. 070 6578 2532. Send me a message. Let's get you into tech, guys. Let's get you into tech. All right. Remember those people that we talked about, Lebura, Naomi, they had to put in the work. All right. They had to put in the work. And now they are enjoying, they are reaping the benefits of their effort. Success will not fall on our laps. We have to take a step, and 99% of the time is rewarding. All right. Fantastic. All right. So if there are no questions, guys, we might just end the session here. So I'm going to do one last pulse check. If you have any questions for me, any concern, anything you want to ask, please raise your hand so I call you up, or you can put it in the chat box. And remember, if you have not filled the attendance form, please do so that you can get access to my recording and also to the slide that we used for the session tonight. Fill the attendance form and you'll be getting the slides and the recording of the session. So I'm going to take it that we do not have any more questions. So thank you guys for joining the call tonight. I hope that you found value. I hope that you are motivated to start your journey in tech. I look forward to seeing you do big things Good night, everybody. Idris, so I just saw Idris's question. So what you can do again is to secure your slots, secure your seat for the program. You don't need to look for the entire money now. You can take advantage of our flexible installments plan. All right. Take advantage of that. And you can also reach out to us. Let's know what can work for you. All right. So you can send me a message. Let's see how we can help you get into tech. I hope you got that, Idris. You can give me a thumbs up if you got that, if you're still on the call. All right, fantastic. Good night, everyone.